Last year, the class of 2011 started a tradition called Senior Reflections. The idea is for our graduates to personalize and share their Olympic experiences with you. Our first speaker's parents had no idea their daughter would be part of tonight's Senior Reflections until they saw her name in the program, maybe 45 minutes ago. One note about Zahra's parents: they're old school. When the school calls home, Zahra's grounded before I can get out that she's won an award. And I've been watching her parents this evening, worried they'd march down the aisle, pull Zahra from her seat, and explain what she did wrong to get her name in the program. Mr. and Mrs. Syed, I promise Zahra is not in trouble. But before she addresses you, I thought I'd share my experience working with Zahra on her reflection. And it went something like this. Zahra, your speech is terrific, but we have some work to do on it before graduation. I'm going to become Zahra now. Work? Are you kidding me? What's wrong? I didn't know I have to be memorized. I didn't. You didn't say that. Are you asking me to write the whole thing? As I lacked the energy needed to discuss any sort of constructive criticism, I treaded lightly. Well, how about you talk a little bit about your teachers? Okay, good idea. To my surprise, I responded, okay, well, before I could say any more, but wait. And I thought, here we go. Should I pick a teacher that I have this year, or maybe should I pick a teacher from 9th grade? You know, when I started and didn't know anyone. Wait a minute, I got it. I'll pick a teacher from this year and from 9th grade. Forget it. 2 teachers, any grade. Oh my God, what if I don't talk about all of them? Someone's going to be mad. I'm naming all of them. What do you think? I rarely get stunned, and I was truly stunned by this conversation. If there was an Oscar for Best Actress in a Dramatic Series in my office, she would win. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming one of the most vivacious students I know, Zahra Syed.
It's unbelievable that I stand here today before you all, when it feels like just yesterday, I first learned that I would be attending Lake Mary Prep. I was nervous. New people, new teachers. I would know absolutely no one. I was only 14, and to a 14-year-old, that's all that mattered. However, I can honestly say that LMP rapidly put to ease my concerns. I quickly became part of the Lake Mary Prep family and had an amazing high school career. When I think of my LMP experience, I think of the profound opportunities that this school has to offer its students. It's because of the leadership opportunities I gained by taking part in National Honor Society, student government, and speech and debate that I am this person today that stands before you. Taking on leadership roles in these organizations was a challenge. For example, as you may or may not know, I have a reputation for being a little bit feisty. However, I have learned that even leaders need to take a step back and breathe. The student government truly learned this when we were informed our hotel for prom had been double booked. We could have panicked, but we learned that when you make the best out of a bad situation, there can be magic. It turns out the class of 2012 had the best prom ever. The teachers at LMP have blessed us students with lessons about determination, like sticking it out in Miss Merle's impossibly hard English class. Character, like being given the opportunity to speak about being a Muslim American in the wake of the 9/11 tragedy to my peers. And pride. That is why it was an honor to assist and lend a helping hand to whomever was in need, whether it be a fellow student or a teacher. Thus, I would like to take this moment to sincerely thank all the faculty at Lake Mary Prep for making this high school experience an unforgettable one. To the teachers who have suffered listening to my issues and mentoring me through it all, you have no idea how much I owe you. I'll never forget being able to run through Dr. Sensor's doors and just completely vent. She would sit there quietly and listen to me as I over-exaggerated the dumbest stories. One time, after hearing my 45-minute story, she took my phone and changed 2 names to Do Not Answer I'm a Dork and do not answer, I'm an idiot. And she said, problem solved. The past 3 years would have been difficult without her guidance. Whether it was about my own personal drama or school, she showed me a more calm way of handling situations. This is something that will stick with me for the rest of my life. To all the teachers that are senior advisors, I'm sure the lead senior advisor, Mr. Harold, will tell you how lucky you are you didn't have me in your advisory class. I blamed him for every little thing, even if it wasn't his fault. Whether it was about Holt not bringing in snacks that day, or having grad bash on the same night as a wedding I had to attend to. However, thanks to Mr. Harold, I now know how to cook pasta and do laundry because of the college survival guides he made. It is because of these teachers and many more that I feel confident moving on and going into the real world. What makes LMP so special is the fact that we can walk down our school halls and know everyone's name. We know something about each other, which allows us to look at one another and have a lifetime of memories flash before our eyes. Class of 2012, it's been amazing spending 4 years with you guys. I can honestly say that I'm not only proud to be a Griffin, but a member of this year's graduating class. We've been a part of each other's lives for a long time, and we'll never forget the years we've had together. I would especially like to thank Diana Nikolai, who started out as a debate buddy and has turned out to be a true best friend, and Kaylee Wilson for not only welcoming me into the pre-AP class 2 years ago, but for being a wonderful friend. My life at LMP would have been incomplete without you two. Now my family is probably wondering why I haven't even acknowledged them yet. That's because I've been taught to save best for last. My parents, my sister, and my brother barely hear this from me, but I cannot express how lucky I am to have a family that constantly pushes me to strive for nothing but the best. It is with their support that I am able to stand here today, feeling more than ready to tackle whatever life throws at me. I would be one lost little girl if I didn't have the parents that I have. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all the encouraging smiles and the unconditional love that you have given me. I will never be able to repay my family for their guidance, but all I can say is how much I love you. I would also like to thank my family friends for joining us today, and especially my uncle who flew here from Toronto just to celebrate this special occasion with us. It's knowing how much support one has that gets you through anything. We're all proud of ourselves for having made it through high school, but we're sad at the same time to leave some of our friends and teachers in order to enter the real world. It's remembering the good and hard times we've had that give us mixed emotions today. I can tell you right now that there's nowhere else I would have rather went to high school than Lake Mary Prep. With all this confidence, I am happy to say that I will become a UCF Knight next year, but I will always be a Griffin. Congratulations, class of 2012. We did it.